Hi everybody. I'm seeing a lot of videos on YouTube of people cutting apart Nike Air Jordans and copying the pattern. And that's all well and good, but it's not a very good way to copy a pattern. I've copied a lot of patterns. It was my job. All you need is a soft piece of paper. You want to get it flat across the unit in a roughly cylindrical sort of manner. If you think of the paper as a 2D piece of a 2D plane, which it is, it doesn't like compound curves, so we'll ignore the compound curves and we'll just attach a piece of paper with a few bits of tape, just like that, to one side, the outside. And once we've done that, we want a really nasty, big, rough pencil. Here's a builder's pencil. Now, you want to start from one place and finish in another. And the only thing you're really concerned about is the quarter. So for this one, I'm just going to start rubbing. I haven't done this in over 10 years, so I'm not sure if this pencil is going to work, but it should. Obviously, if you're doing this for a pair of Nike Air Jordans, you probably want to take a bit more time. Now, the back's pretty self-explanatory. You just go over the back until you can see that you're getting your pattern line in. And that's all you really need. Find the top line. It's there somewhere. Alright. We go down to the quarter. This is the bottom of the last. And we'll just make sure we've got that bit. This has got a nice straight rand on the shoe, so we can get that rand in. And this shoe has no detail on the vamp, so nothing to worry about there. Now, I'll just relieve this so that I can get an accurate measurement for the tongue. Right, so you can't see anything, of course, but I've just cut that bit of paper there, let it rip. Where's it ending? It's ripped in the wrong direction. That's not very good, but it doesn't matter. And then just come in and get the front here, and there's some detail there. Now, once you got your rough as guts, I haven't even checked this. Once you've got your rough as guts thing, the one thing you might want to do is mark the center line before you take it off, just to give you a bit of a reference so that you're not swamping around in the middle of nowhere. Just mark your center lines, and as long as you're accurate within less than 3 millimeters, you'll be right. And that's it. We're done with this shoe. We can now put our sample on the side for reference later. Alright, this is a boot I made about 20 years ago for a company I worked for. It's about the only thing I've got left. Alright, so now we have a really rubbishy piece of paper. Now, there's a step called form making, which I've seen people on YouTube do, which is where you take a last, which is a big hunking thing like this. Here's the last with no stuff on it. This is a boot last made for a steel cap. It's got a little cutaway here for the steel cap. But anyway, it's not really a last that I want to use at the moment. So this next step presumes that you know how to make a form from a last. So here's a form I've made on a different last, and I don't want to take this off because I did this freaking 10 years ago and I can't remember what it is. But I don't want to take it off. but you can see I've taped the entire last beautifully. It's trimmed nicely to the feather line, and it's got the center line marked very clearly. And because this particular last is just a shoe last, I've put a bit of extra cardboard on here to draw my pattern straight on the last. And I've done the really quick and easy way of actually cutting the form on this to take the pattern on and off and duplicate these shapes into actual pieces. Which is one way to do it. It's not my preferred way to do it. My preferred way to do it is, I'm going to imagine from here because I don't have a proper last to really explain. But we've marked this shoe, we've got our center line, so from here I can just bodge in the rest, because the shoe will be something like the pattern of the shoe will be something like this. And the important things that I'm looking for here is the style, right? So the style lines which are here, and I'm not even interested in getting the curve exactly right, because there is a significant difference between the pattern that you make a shoe off and the pieces in a shoe that you have here in a finished product. If you take this piece off and place it back on the original pattern, it's not going to fit, because it's been stretched and distorted all over the last. So basically, once you've got your roughness done, you transfer this onto a form and you create your pattern however you want to create your pattern. It's rough as guts, but honestly, this is accurate. You know, this is as accurate as a shoe needs to be. You can see I've got exactly the style lines I need, which are almost impossible to see. And I mean, people have been using this rubbing technique for copying objects for probably thousands of years, I don't know. That's it. Give it a go. Have fun.